When I come with no underwear, prepare. When I come with no underwear, prepare. When I come with no underwear, prepare. When I come. Now you acting up. I got the grease up in the bottle. Come and get the
Torpedo back in the motherfucking house with these DVD updates that never end and shit, except they kind of end when I don't feel like putting out a video for 5 months and shit, like the last time. But anyway, I've been busy with life, work, breaking up with broads and shit. I really want to get back into doing these horror, cult exploitation DVD updates and just DVD updates in general. Maybe start doing some reviews and shit, but don't hold your breath on that. But anyway, I just want to go ahead and get through some stacks of stuff I've been buying. I've been buying way more than I can actually keep up with as far as watching, but I'm going to do my best. I need more shelf space, etc., so on and so forth, so I'll go ahead and jump into this so I can get these filed away and all that, and at the same time give you guys some recommendations and shit. So I'm going to start this off with one of my all-time favorite horror flicks. This is a double dip by Humanoids from the Deep from the 80s, Roger Corman version. It's definitely a movie that does everything that it's supposed to do for the type of movie that it is. Cheesy, gory, creature effects are actually pretty good when you actually really take a look at the creatures, the humanoids. But yeah, had to pick this up on Blue, even though I already own it on DVD. But anyway, this is Caligula. Most people know about this movie, so I'm not going to go into details. Malcolm McDowell was doing his usual thing in this. I want to get the Arrow release of this just for the cover art on that. The Arrow releases are always on point. I got to really get caught up on those. I've only got one so far, so. But anyway, that's Caligula. And then, these are all Amazon purchases, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Kind of scatterbrained right now, but anyway. These are purchases I made like 5 months ago. Next up is Galaxy of Terror, another Roger Corman joint. Love these covers, and they're actually reversible, so that's Galaxy of Terror. This is Forbidden World, another Roger Corman joint. Have not watched this yet, obviously. Heard a lot about those movies. And then we have the Toolbox Murders, Blue Underground release. I'm not really expecting much from the video transfer on this. I was kind of disappointed with Dead and Buried, the Blue Underground Blu-ray of that. So I don't know. Hopefully the transfer on this is a little bit better. And I don't know much about the movie, but I've seen people pick it up. Don't know the plot or anything, the storyline or whatever. Anyway, next up we have Seeding of a Ghost, one of my first Shaw Brothers pickups. I have not watched this yet. It looks pretty nutty. Can't wait to dig into that. Got people knocking boots on the back and shit. Buried in the Sand. This is a movie I picked up due to 81 Oak Ridge's video on one of his most disturbing movies in his collection. Just a video of some real life executions, wartime shit over in Iraq, etc., so on and so forth, torture and all that. I don't know what's more disturbing than real life violence, such as the shit that goes on in that documentary. But that's that. It was pretty cheap too. It was like under $5 on Amazon. This is Isle of the Damned. Have not picked this up. I guess it's a spoof on cannibal movies, I guess. I know Mr. Parker enjoys this, so I kind of picked it up based on his review. I think he did a review of this. Maybe I saw it, he picked it up. So, but anyway, this is The Redeemer, aka Class Reunion Massacre. It's pretty good. It's like your typical slasher, basically. The killer's kind of cool, kind of creepy. It's very cheesy. The lines are so fucking corny. I mean, you can't really expect much more from this movie. But I don't know. I'd pick it up if you're a fan of slashers, 80 slashers and shit. And then we have Girly. I guess it's kind of a dark comedy, British, I think. Anyway, I started watching it, then I had to leave for somewhere. It looked pretty strange from what I saw, but yeah, that's Girly. Love that cover art. Seems like it's pretty nuts. from what I saw. Anyway, Philosophy of Knife. I'm not going to go into this. I know this is like a 4-hour long film. It's actually supposed to be pretty disturbing. Started trying to watch it one night and fell asleep. But that's Philosophy of Knife. Black Sun and Nanking Massacre. I think this is Men Behind the Sun Part 4? I don't know. But that's that. Unearthed Films. The inside. Some pretty disturbing shit. To be honest, completely. Oh. And then we have Bonnie's Kids, kind of exploitation type joint. Yup. Yes, sir. That's the Dark Sky Films. That's what that is, yeah. And we got a double feature. Kiss of the Tarantula and Ruby. So, starring Piper Laurie, the woman that played Carrie's mom. And I heard this was actually pretty good, pretty underrated by 42nd Street Forever. So, can't wait to actually check that out. Scrapbook by Eric Stanzi. Extremely depressing and disturbing movie. I would highly recommend this for people that like downbeat exploitation, just disturbing type films. And then next we have this another movie I picked up on the strength of seeing 81 Oak Ridge and Mr. Parker's videos. Hardcore Collection. Hardly know anything about this, but I heard it's a bunch of different really bizarre film shorts. And that's really the best way I can describe it without having seen it. So that's the Hardcore Collection. And then we have a Bob Clark joint, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, the 35th anniversary edition, Exhumed edition, released under VCI, the same company that released Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. But this is definitely a very trippy, bugged out movie. Not Bob Clark's best movie, but definitely worth a look if you're into some really trippy, bizarre shit. And then this next box, we got some fucking beasts. This next movie, this shit here, I mean, if you're a fan of like over the top extreme Asian gore, this is the epitome. This movie is the fucking epitome. This movie receives the highest recommendation I could give to a movie. It is so violent, so cheesy. You have to watch it with the English dubbing because it just adds to the overall experience of it. The fight scenes are just so over the top and insane and just fucking hilarious. I mean, the gore is just second to none. Like, there's a scene where Ricky's fighting this other inmate, and the other inmate takes it upon himself to cut his stomach open, pull out his intestine, and proceed to try to choke Ricky out with his own fucking intestine. Now, if that don't sell a movie, I don't know what the fuck does. But this shit is nuts. I mean, I recommend this to anybody. Love this movie. Absolutely fucking love this movie. And good news for people that might be having trouble finding this at a decent price, because this was kind of pricey for just a standard DVD. Come October or September, I think they're releasing a Blu-ray, so I definitely can't wait to pick that shit up. But anyway, next up we have Storm Warning, unrated. I don't know, for movies of this type, a couple or a group of people stumble upon, a hillbilly redneck's house and they get fucking fucked with. I don't know. It's pretty typical. It's pretty gory, but yeah, I don't know. It's nothing. If you're watching my videos, it's nothing you've not seen before. So I don't know. This is Stacy. I've not watched this yet all the way through. Kind of a Japanese zombie flick. Don't know much about it. And then we have Terrifying Girls High School. The subtitle. I mean, I wouldn't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that looks nuts. I had to buy it just off the strength of the title alone. And then we have Black Magic 2, another Shaw Brothers joint. Have not watched it, haven't seen the first one. According to this, one of the great all-time Hong Kong horrors. So, I guess it's got some shit to live up to. I don't know, it looks pretty insane to me. So can't wait to pop that open. And then we have a Pete Walker joint that I'm not finished. Started watching it, couldn't finish it. As usual. The Confessional, The House of Mortal Sin. What's that? And we have The Virgin of Nuremberg, starring Christopher Lee. It's a Shriek Show release. I don't know too much about that. Salon Kitty. I enjoyed this. It's like an exploitation film. So, titties. Nope, more titties. Definitely check this out if you like exploitation movies. Resonances. I picked it up just on the strength of the fact that it was a Synapse release, and I was pretty disappointed. I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. I found it rather slow. I don't know. It was alright. And then we have Schizo, filmed by Pete Walker, who did The Comeback and House of Mortal Sin that I just showed. I love The Comeback. This one kind of started off a little slow, a little bit predictable, but the ending was actually well worth it. So I would definitely recommend this. And this is released under the Redemption label, I believe, which is kind of weird because I would have thought Shriek Show would have picked it up like his other films, but I don't know. Pretty dope movie towards the end. And then we have Escape 2000, and I was actually really impressed with this. Extremely cheesy. These people are getting like enslaved, and like a certain group try to escape, and these like yuppies are kind of running the place, and they're kind of using the people as game to hunt for sport. I don't know. It's a strange film. It's by Brian Trenchard Smith, who did Dead End Drive-In, I believe. But yeah, it's called Turkey Shoot on the actual opening credits, and it was released uncut as under the title of Turkey Shoot. So I don't know why they just didn't call it that. But anyway, Escape 2000. Very impressed with that. And then we have the Zombie Pack, the Zombie 3, 4, and 5 in this motherfucker. I haven't watched them yet, but eventually. And then we have, let's see, Squirm, the same director that did Blue Sunshine, and something else that's I'm drawing a blank on what else he did. Then we have Visitor Q. This movie is fucking nuts. A Takashi Miike film. Just you talk about a dysfunctional family. That doesn't even do it justice to describe this movie. I mean, the breast. I'll never think of breast milk the same way. I mean, I don't know why I would be thinking of breast milk anyway. But if you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. But this shit is fucking nuts. Entrails of a Virgin. Have not watched this yet, but looked nuts. The cover was on point, so picked it up. And it's also a Synapse release, so that's a bonus. And then the last one I'll show, damn, I keep fucking up my camera, is Machine Girl, Ultimate Machine Girl, one-armed ballistic assault heroine. And this is the steel book. This is a dope looking cover, and it's a steel book, so I wasn't gonna fuck with the regular edition if I could get this at the same price. So, and it's got extras. So, that's what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there with the Amazon purchases. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some other stuff. I think I might do my Criterion pickups that I picked up at the Criterion sale next, my next video, so I guess stay tuned for that, and peace.